So I have been here in Bangkok for around 6-7 months now, and people still kept asking me, so how have you adapted to your new life in Bangkok? So without loss of generality, we're talking about adaptation. How do I adapt to my new life in Bangkok? So what is adaptation? Adaptation for me is the process to make the problem go away. That would be my definition. As in, the problem is always there, but you try to make it not a problem. So for example, the first thing that people have to adapt to when they first move to Bangkok is the weather is so hot here. This is going to be any less hot. It's not going to. So what you do is if you wear something different, is you try to stay inside more. Try not to move too much. So the problem is always there, but the process for adaptation, you just make it go away by you change something about yourself, because that's something that's easy to change.
So let F be all features that can be you. So F is the universe of features essentially. So I have a universe of F, which is you, and let M be features that you adapted to, that you have. So where M is a subset of F, so M is right here. So for a new feature, say like things that you have to adapt to, say set P of F, such that F is a new feature. That means that F is not the member of M. It's not a member of M, and F is a member of F. So the process of adaptation is equal to M update equal M union with P. So if you have a P right here, then P become part of your M. And what is self then? What actually the essence of you? So I would just hope that S, which is the self, is the strict subset of M. So hopefully it's in here. That doesn't go through the same operation of adaptation, and that's the core of you. So that is my theory.
Here's some weird adaptation things that happens to me over the past 6-7 months. So I think I used to have a pretty good cooking ability. I cooked almost daily when I was in the States, and now I'm surrounded by a lot of good food options. So the skill that used to be a part of me kind of get faded away. So that part of me got subtracted from the set of all features of myself. Another adaptation thing related to food. So it turns out I have a great ability to appreciate food with cheese here. Thai people don't like cheese very much. I just realized that, but I am a Thai person too, but I guess I adapted to that kind of diet when I was in the States, and now it becomes part of me. In terms of social life, I hang out with very different people now, and they of course act something different than what I expected, and now it's not a weird thing anymore for me to hang out with them to do certain things that I'm not really familiar with, and that become a part of me. So I guess the process of adaptation is more than just making the problem go away. You also change something about yourself, so which means your surrounding actually define who you are, because people just keep adapting. And I'm not talking about like evolution or anything. I'm just talking about a very short time scale at which people adapt to new things or problems in life. If you think your true self is strong, you can be yourself. But as far as the adaptation goes, the environment can change you indirectly through the process of adaptation. So that means the environment can actually change you for worse, because you just adapt to whatever environment that you are in. So if you hang out with people whose values and beliefs don't really align with your personal belief, and you hang out with them for a while, you adapt to what they do, you adapt to what they think, and then you start to lose who you think you truly are, and that's somewhat dangerous. So I'm running a little experiment on adaptation. So I started wearing this hat, which is a weird thing. I never wear a hat to do anything. Last week I wore this hat to 3 lectures that I gave. I wore it when I was in my office, I wore it going out to eat, I wore it going out shopping, walking on the street. I had this on all the time. I went to see my friends with this on. And I want to see how people react to it and how long it would take them to adapt to this new feature of me that I want to add to the set. And yeah, I think the experiment would have to continue because nobody seemed to adapt to it yet. It's just interesting. It's just a hat, come on. So what is my true self then, since you have this set of features that become part of you and you add and subtract all the time? So what is true self. For me, true self is something more conscious than just adaptation, where you try to make a problem go away by changing something about yourself. It's something that you have to actually think about, like what defines you and how you want to keep that as a part of you by not having other things that you add to your set to conflict with it. And I think that's something nice to talk about as you are in a new environment, because if you don't think about these things, you will become part of the environment. Nothing will bother you. Things that should bother you would not bother you anymore. And that is, I think, good and bad. John, I'll see you next week.